Welcome back to the channel. My name's Archer, as you know. Today we're going to be listening to the Lil Uzi Vert latest EP, the Maverick EP. It's been a long time since I've kind of really listened to an Uzi project. Listened to his singles, of course, like Just Wanna Rock, etc. I reckon the last sort of actual album that I listened to would have been like Eternal a Take. Back in the day, obviously, I was a big fan of him during the Soundcloud era and stuff like that. Love Is Rage. Like, he's awesome. He's one of the staples of SoundCloud. Obviously, it's been a while since I've listened to, I guess like a full-on sort of new thing from him. So I'm very keen to see. Obviously, this was quite new here. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so we got the first track here, Maverick intro. Let's do it. I'm really hoping for, a bit of a older sort of style of Uzi. Some hard-hitting kind of SoundCloud type beats would be super cool. Some distorted bass, catchy hooks. Really hoping for that, but let's get into it.
24/7, 24 Life should be crazy, grown ass man was just a baby. Old friends hating, distant maybe. I just spent the light 80. Off of B, I get wavy. I'm lazy, choosing my grade. No money, my parents probably in your savings. My crib in the sky, this shit is safe haven. Life should be crazy, grown ass man was just a baby. Old friends hating, distant maybe. I just spent the light 80. Off of B, I should have safe haven. I know I don't own her, yeah.
Kicks.
I'm over. She rapping and she like a token. I'm rap this, she bend her over. She grabbing the chest and they choking. She stand me straight up like a soldier. She falling right over my shoulder. I know I don't own her, yeah. She give me a
808.
Yeah, her skin is all mocha. She rapping and she like a token. I'm rap this, she bend her over. She grabbing the chest and they
No, this reminds me a little bit of SoundCloud Uzi. I can't lie. This feels like chat. Is this 2016 Uzi? Do we agree? I don't know. It's hard.
She stand me straight up like a soldier. She falling right over my shoulder. Shit, I'm confident, I'm rich, I'm staying with them big racks. Bentley continent, it's built up like it's Mad Max. I'm the tricks, my wrist, I went and got my swag back. Overdo the ass grab. She a lot, I thought I really know that she a nat. Bro told me to give him to her, but I did the lag pass. She keep trying to make me pay for her, I'm the smash dash. I told her I can't even believe she trying to trap cat. Life should be crazy, grown ass man was just a baby. Old friends hating, distant maybe. I just spent the light 80. Off of B, I get wavy. I'm lazy, choosing my grade. No money, my parents probably in your savings. My crib in the sky, this shit is safe haven. Life should be crazy, grown ass man was just a baby. Old friends hating, this shit is safe haven. I look at my comment, most of the niggas that probably be hating can't even afford a rollie. Whoa, why they little bitch tryna throw me? Why they niggas tryna find me? Whoa, why they
Glad to hear he's rapping about the same stuff.
Life should be crazy, grown ass man was just a baby. Old friends hating, distant maybe. I just spent the light 80. Off of B, I get wavy. I'm lazy, choosing my grade. No money, my parents probably in your savings. My crib in the sky, this shit is safe haven.
Ooh. Transition. This is go. Next track. I want to talk about that last track, but the transition was too sweet. We'll talk about it in a second.
On this beat, will they like me or will they just reject me? Like me when I'm flexy, she said that shit, yes please. She about to go neck deep. We don't sex when she text me. Cause I had her best.
Is Uzi back?
Been killing the game for generations like ooh, don't need an XD. Speaking of XD, my hair where her chest be. Go, now she don't go. Money on go, know I be talking in code. It's usually diamonds and all the rest hours, but nowadays I gotta go. Nowadays I gotta go.
As good as
Now she on go. Money on go.
I like how he's sort of staying with that same kind of like
Bang roll,
video kind of.
stay wrong, bang roll, stay wrong, Django. You ain't even know, you just in that mode. I ain't never.
Bro, Uzi's so fun. Like, dude, like I remember like back when I was, back when SoundCloud was popping off and stuff, and you'd have all like the old heads or whatever, like complaining about mumble rap and like people, like didn't appreciate it as rap. Bro, it's fun, man. Shut up. Like, dude, I get the same kind of feeling when people talk trash about like, superhero movies. Obviously, Brand New Day just came out, which is like the best movie ever, man. I love that movie. It was peak. But like when people complain about like Tom Holland's Spider-Man or like, oh, like it's not a good movie, like it didn't have a cinematic shot or whatever. Dude, who cares, man? Have fun, like. And Uzi's music is kind of like that. And a lot of that sort of SoundCloud music for me personally, it's just like, bro, just have fun, man. Yeah, it's not that deep. It's not a lyrical rap song, like, bro. It's fun. It's fun.
So the fake all through the blindfold. You heard me before. This is a motherfucking code. I'm selling out shows. As soon as I step out the door, you nuts on my clothes.
Speaking of selling out shows, man, I want Uzi to do like a tour in Australia. Like, I know he came here for one of our festivals, Listen Out. It was in a really small, for anyone who's watching internationally, it was in a really small sort of suburb or like city, I guess. And it was just like he came out for an hour. I wasn't there, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure he came out for like an hour. But he's never done, from my memory, like his own tour or shows. So, bro, I wish you'd come here.
You asking what's those on my toes? I like a dot that. Go. I don't say that no more. I say go. Don't stop at red line, not green. Go. I don't drink green. That shit ain't a go. I stuck to the fucking code. Go. 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 Now she on. Go. Money on. Go. At yo. Go. Play down. Go. Stay wrong. Go. Stay wrong. Go. Django. Go.
It's catchy. It's catchy.
Now she on. Go.
He's good at making catchy melodies. It's chill, it's chill, it's good. I much prefer the intro song. The intro song was hard as fuck. Still cool. Still feels like that sort of old sort of sound from him, which I like. Hold up. I want to talk about that first song. We're going to run that back in a minute. We're going to run that back. Maverick intro was hard. Very hard. Very reminiscent of old Uzi. Very catchy. Went hard. Loved the snare work. Go, yeah, like I said, is okay. It's cool. This beat sounds crazy, I can't lie. And like the tempo change there. So... It's a long EP too. It's a long EP. Could we just talk about like the fucking album artwork for this EP is crazy, bro. It looks like in the middle at the bottom, that looks like him as a kid, I'm gonna imagine. Does look like him. Bro, the Mickey Mouse ears with like his grandma or someone in the back with the strap of bullets, like the bullet belt. that's devious, bro. I can't lie.
Hard. Oh my god, can't believe I made it far. Oh my god, I'll be kicking in the stars. Oh my god, on these songs I'm going hard. Porta 4 quaking, man, it hit like walk hard. Oh my god, can't believe I made it far. Oh my god, did you get your flow back? I wore all white, I stay in the back. Didn't want y'all to unsee me yet. Now I'm back and I'm all on attack. Bitch, I'm rougher than back of your neck. Bitch, I'm tougher than steak with no fat. Trust no one cause they might crush your back. When my Glock got to spit like a Mac. The pot in my back. Porta 4 quaking, man, it hit like walk hard. Oh my god, can't believe I made it far. Oh my god, I'll be kicking in the stars. Oh my god, on these songs I'm going hard. Porta 4 quaking, man, I'm going hard. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm going hard. Porta 4 quaking, man, it hit like walk hard. Oh my god, can't believe I made it far. Oh my god, I'll be kicking in the stars. Oh my god, on these songs I'm going hard. Porta 4 quaking, man, it hit like walk.
Alright, Pord started off cool beat. Again, nothing too special to be honest. Don't kill me, but alright, we'll see how we go. We'll still got a little while to go. Alright, next track here is 223.
Yeah, I got an ARP on me. I got a chopper that hold that 223.
Oh yeah.
223. 223. 223. 223.
The instrumental in the background is like, it loops so quickly, right?
I got a chopper that hold 223. I'm on that Miley Santa, Juju beans. So many bad bitches, I'm a coochie fiend. On my slippers, yeah.
How old is Uzi? If anyone knows, let me know how old this guy is. Lyrics are still crazy. Honestly, the vibe of this song, even like the title, feels like a YNW Melly song. But yeah, no, this is hard.
I can't bullshit me, yeah. 22T, 22T, yeah. Suck my dick, whoa, don't use 22 teeth. 223, up in the bridge. I got a chopper that hood at 556. 223, 223. I'm on that Miley Santa, Juju beans. Don't ever say I'm crazy, I'm crazy. Yeah, she give me head like scrunch to tell that bitch. Yeah, no homo, but my gut is right by my gut. Yeah, and my ARP attachment stay is attached. Yeah, my ARP.
One thing I gotta say is Uzi, like, no matter how far away we stray from the Soundcloud era, his flows are so good, man. Like, even if you're an old head or someone who doesn't like rap or mumble rap, bro, I know people that don't even like rap, that like hate mumble rap. Like, even at my work and stuff, we talk about people make fun of mumble rap and, you know, like the modern rap and stuff. You don't know anything, bro. They make fun of it, bro. You don't know, man. Like, Uzi's got flows. Even if his lyrics are kind of a little bit basic, not a little bit basic. They're basic. The lyrics are basic. It's the same shit, but he's got flows, man. He knows how to ride a beat, man. Very similar to, you know, very similar to artists like Migos, Travis Scott. A lot of those people who do sort of trap, but particularly maybe those two as examples, they're very good at riding their beats. So even if like the flows and the way they sort of just cruise along, even if their lyrics aren't anything special, they know how to work with the beat, which is, I think, talent enough that could make up for a, you know, subpar lyrics. So fire.
Here's a dyke, you got a strap. Yeah, I turn a semi-pistol right there, right to a Mac. Yeah, and I believe I'll be the best shooter if I ain't rap. I got an ARP on me. I got a chopper that hard, that 223. 223.
And that synth in the background.
223. 223. 223. Up in the bridge. I got a chopper that hood at 556.
Okay, 223 went incredibly hard. That was fire. That was awesome. Using the most basic fucking words right now, bro. I can't speak. Jesus Christ. Track 5 out of 8. This is Yoko. I can see there is a bonus track at the end. I do find it quite funny with some of these, you know, modern artists, particularly trap, but across even modern. You've got like an EP or an album, and then you've got like bonus written on the end of one of them. Like, this is the first, like, a bonus is like something that you add to like a deluxe, right? Like, why is this a bonus if this is the first time this has come out, bro? I find it kind of funny, but yeah, it's all good. Nothing, not an issue at all. Just something funny. Let's go into Yoko. Oh shit! This might be a stand up. Can't tell. Oh, stand up.
I was on slow-mo.
Hey!
Drill on my dolo. My jury all relying Ocho. Don't have to ride like it's promo. I'm really the rock.
Bro, he's so good when he does that, like, that sort of like low voice, then he does that little high, bro. Like, he's so good at like doing a high pitch like voice, man. He sounds so good when he raps in that high pitch. It's just so crisp. Beautiful.
Same promo. Got a gun in my boot like it's polo. I hope GT don't leave Shiogo. I'm so fresh, you just like hobo. Get to that bands on my solo.
Oh.
Went on a drill on my dolo. My jury all relying Ocho. Don't have to ride like it's promo.
Interesting vocal tonal change there.
I hope
Auto-tune.
GT don't leave Shiogo. I'm so fresh, you just like hobo. Get to that bands on my solo.
Did you say I'm too fresh, you dress like hobo? That's crazy. Because I thought all the memes were like, if you look like when you leave the house, if you're parent or whatever says you look homeless, then you know you got a fire fit. I thought that was like the look now, Uzi.
Get to the bands on my cellar. Can I pay yacht, that's a buttload. Get to the bands on my cellar. Can I pay yacht, that's a buttload. Open my door so $8 bucks. If it wasn't just in New York, that'd be unknown. My clock with a switch, it came with like 4, so I shot at home one shit, that boy, he said, oh no. My DC bitch, yeah, she just work at the go-go. I'm deep, just sticking her down like a porno. I got my gun, I don't care who behind me. In Southwest, I used to be neighbor with Vanji. My first white girl, I swear her name was just Golly. That drum on that, yeah, this bitch like a Tommy. This time I'm rapping, baby, like I'm out of here. I'm trying to rap them babies, get them out of here. ET, they wrap me up, I am not from this sphere. Most of my drugs, they come from Northern Hemisphere. Whoa. My bitch, she's in hell. Point out her panties, her pussy got scales. 2012, bitch, I'm rocking black scales.
Ad-libs are crazy.
Ain't tricks on the scale. This little dirty cup got me feeling betrayal. This little dirty cup got me feeling betrayal. Ain't no here now. One of my shooter, he feeling betrayal. This little dirty cup got me feeling betrayal. This little dirty cup got me feeling betrayal. 50 on got like a pop with a round.
Interesting stylistic choice with this EP so far. That's the second song where it's sort of like gone into a fade out and then the beat comes in, but the fade out is really early, right? Like usually a fade out's at the end of the track. But this is the second song where it's sort of faded out with a minute to go and then it's sort of just come back up, kind of keeping you on your feet a little bit.
Get to the bands on my cellar.
Helicopters.
Get to the bands on my cellar. Went on a drill on my dolo. My jury all real, I ain't Ocho. Throw up the rock like it's promo. I'm really the rock, this ain't promo. Got a gun in my boot like it's polo. I hope GT don't think she Yoko. I'm so fresh, you dress like hobo. Get to the bands on my cellar.
Oh.
Get to the bands on my cellar.
The vocal chop sound?
Get to the bands on my cellar.
Thought it was about to start going into Ella, Ella under my umbrella, Rihanna. He's like, Ella, 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 Ella. I like that one. I like that one a lot. We got third last track. Track number 6 is Gas with a full stop. Break with a full stop. Let's go.
I'm like the stars and Mars and collide.
Uzi standard is always pretty short tracks.
I'm like the big man, little bitch, I'm like 2 Adams. He think he don't want, I probably said 2 Adams. Yes, we got guns, we just don't shoot at him. When she gon' throw the little belt in the boot at him. Bitch, I'm talking like 2 Adams. Brakes, cardiac crash the face. Name my phone, she ain't safe. Already smashed your babe. Percocet all in my face. I'm about to blast away. She get pulled up with her new body. She is my plaster babe. When I be out of town, yeah, she gonna masturbate. Yeah, I want no pussy from side, just smash your face. Yes, whoa. I put some money aside like tax rebate. Yeah, the model everybody eat, but somebody smashed the plate. Oh, babe, yeah, she on that Hathaway. He floating, shot got your ARP, don't got no hook. So many bitches I had make a roster. Braid on my dress and I feel like a roster. Knocking niggas out, I feel like a boxer. I got my shit in control like a mobster. I know the money and rule out the power. I'm saying these out there, boy, hit like so sour. I bitch get out of that.
Is it just me or he's kind of off the beat on this one? Like it's cool, but it kind of like felt like Blueface where he's a little bit sort of off beat. But I would assume like I said, Uzi's really good at like flowing on beats, so I'd assume it's kind of intentional. Unless they just added like a bunch of 808s, like the kicks and the 808s kind of feel a little bit off place. Maybe that's just me.
Only an hour, chill a little bit, she get drop up 2 hours. Gas, brakes, cardiac crash the face. Name my phone, she ain't safe.
Few extra ones.
Already smashed your babe. Percocet all in my face. I'm about to blast away. She get pulled up with her new body. She is my plaster babe. Gas, brakes,
Like that synth in the
Percocet all in
background.
my face. I'm about to blast away. She get pulled up with her new body.
I wonder who he's working with in this project, like what producers he's got.
She just got a new body. Popping out no way like nobody.
Speaking of producers, I want to talk about something real quick, like, because I was wondering, who could be doing his stuff. Obviously, a lot of those old SoundCloud artists had, Murder Beats, Metro Boomin, Tay Keith, rest in peace. A lot of those kind of producers, but those sort of SoundCloud producers have sort of moved on to kind of like that more they've moved away from that sort of SoundCloud style and they've gone to sort of those real like OGs of like rap, Like they're working with like Travis Scott and Future and Kendrick and all these people. I've sort of moved away from that SoundCloud, which is, it's cool for them to sort of expand their craft, but it leaves me wondering who's sort of around to do those sort of SoundCloud beats. So I'm wondering who he's sort of working with.
I told you like 2 atoms, bitch, I'm a star. I told you like 2 atoms.
I like what he did with his voice though. And now we get an actual fade out. Alright, we got track number 7, Say It Was, we're nearly there. Solid project so far, pretty happy with it. Going back to sort of that older style, catchy melodies. So let's see how he plays this one out. Before we get to the bonus.
I want to shout out all my homies from my block. Recipe Stiz, I wish you could be here to see me take over the world. What if it really ain't what you said it was? What you said it was? If you really ain't never ever trust, how could you ever love? And it seems like I ain't letting up. This time I be flexing much. She be calling, I ain't texting her. 2 fingers, I bless her up. Ain't really what you said it was. What you said was. Man, it seems like they be hating us. Wow, can't make they faking much. She just want me for laying up. She just want to play and such. She want me to make it up. I'm just trying to stay in up. No, it really ain't what you said was. What you said was. No, it really ain't what you said was.
Let's go! Let's fucking go! Is UZI back? Is UZI back? He never really left. He's had some TikTok hits, like, I just want to, whatever. Bro, I love I Just Want to Rock. It's a banger, right? It's a little bit overplayed, and, like, people only know that song from him that aren't really fans. But I do love that song. But it's different, right? It's different. It's a club anthem now. This is Uzi, bro. If the only thing that you know from Uzi is I Just Want to Rock, this is Uzi right here. This is Uzi. I'm happy, man. This is awesome.
What you said was like nowadays I ain't saying nothing. I just got a face.
Oh, it's so catchy.
Like was a 7, but she still ate it up. Smoking at the panel 7. I be hot just like the heaven. Jumping on the jet for so long. Forgot the impulse, not the bands in. She was trying to put my hand in. Plans for we landed. Then she tried to do the same thing. To me, had a fan in it. I ended up somewhere in Rome. Dropped her off in Atlanta. I sound like this off the phantom. I clamor. Really, I ain't even taking mine. Oh, nowadays I ain't waiting up. Yeah, they want me get on, I ain't waking up. Every time I do
Slow it
that,
down.
I make it up. And if I'm being honest, I'd rather
Down,
save a dog.
down, up.
Save a dog. It really ain't really what you said was. What you said was. Man, it seem like they be hating us. Wow, can't make they faking much. She just want me for laying up. She just want to play and such. She want me to make it up. I'm just trying to stay in up. And it really ain't what you thought it was.
Hey, he's laughing in there.
Yeah, and my niggas from my block know I'm really crazy in real life. Like, like, how you might think, like, I be put on the act. No, I'm really bugged. I'm really bugged. I'm really bugged. I'm not a street nigga,
One last little
left
chorus
street
after it.
niggas covered in the blood. I played it cool, then Jay showed me to the plot. They thought that I was done.
Alright, he's just flexing how he can make a melody out of nowhere at this point, bro. Dude, I don't know if, like, you guys have the same feeling, but I really like it when artists, not just in hip-hop, I'm talking hyperpop, pop, my favorite album of the year is Olivia Rodrigo's new album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. That is right next to Cardi over here. Music. I just found that vinyl. I'm so happy. But right next to here, Olivia, my album of the year currently. Peak album. Even if you don't like pop music, it is absolutely fucking peak. But even in that album, I'm a bit of a tangent, but in that album, you can hear in the background sort of like creaks of the chair moving, some little, background noise. I love when like artists sort of include that. It makes it feel more realistic, a little bit more relatable. You sort of tend to forget, especially when things are on the radio, like that this is just another human being making this music, right? You think, oh, it's just all like corporately produced and the artist doesn't have a partner, they're not making it. Honestly, at this point, you just think that the radio makes it because it's playing on the radio all the time, right? You forget that it's made by someone else. having like them laugh in the studio or like just like chatting is a little bit of an outro, or those little squeaks to the chair like Olivia's album. I love that. It makes it feel more relatable. I think it's cool to include that. Not always, but I think that's really cool. That's awesome. Last track here is London, which is the bonus song. Woo! Bonus song, yes sir. Let's see why it's a bonus. Let's go.
We rush it, G-Wagon like Russian. Can you tell I'm busting? Don't want your trap is stumping. No matter, I'm touching. My pocket filled with mutton. That let you.
Is he doing a British accent? Is he about to do this? Is he about to do a fucking British accent for the London song? That's so funny.
I'm clutching, that's why I'm UZI London. We rush it, G-Wagon like Russian. Can you tell I'm busting? Don't want your trap is stumping. No matter, I'm touching. My pocket filled with mutton. That let you know I'm clutching. That's why I'm UZI London. I need
Uzi
a water. Yo, bitch, I order. She like my aura. And
said she bout a aura. I got aura. Okay, so for an Australian to do an English accent, it's like not really a big of a deal because we're obviously have a bit of a link there. But for me to do an American accent, it just sounds goofy. So for an American to do a British accent, makes you laugh.
when my toss done,
Reminds me of
I'll
Drake.
be like, pull her. Catch you around the sun. She like me, record her.
When Drake does the
Then I cross
Jamaican
the
accent,
border.
bro.
My class enormous. No more Theodora. Met her at Laura. She came in a plural. Her boyfriend, she's loyal. Well, she's kinda loyal. Cause she gave me all.
Is he gonna do the
I
accent
can
for the
feel it, sorry.
whole song?
Miss me with that bullshit. Cartier forest. I might
Alright,
man my own self. They like Uzi on that bullshit. Mine so tall, my bank thick. Can't we storage? See everything just went on my eye. Just like Saurus. Oxen. I swear I tried to mock shit. I'm
What happened to your ox?
Not talking about my feet. I'm snapping. I'm chilling with my feet up. Relaxing. Got a monkey on my back. Michael Jackson. Yeah, I passed him. I'm lasting.
Monkey on my back.
We rushing, G-Wagon like Russian. Can you tell I'm busting? Don't want your trap is stumping. No matter, I'm touching. My pocket filled with mutton. That let you know I'm clutching. That's why I'm UZI London. We rush it, G-Wagon like Russian. Can you tell I'm busting? Don't want your trap is stumping. No matter, I'm touching. My pocket filled with
This is so
mutton.
fun.
That let you know I'm clutching. That's why I'm UZI. To go through. I know that I'm really the one. Nothing can break me. The hate really made me. Someone come save me. She tried to play me. She was somewhere in London going HD. I'm touching. My pocket filled with mutton. That let you know I'm clutching. That's why I'm UZI London. We rush it. G-Wagon like Russian. Can you tell I'm busting? Don't want your trap is stumping. No matter, I'm touching. My pocket filled with mutton. That let you know I'm clutching. That's why I'm UZI London.
Alright, that was Uzi's Maverick EP. I'm gonna... It was a throwback. It was an enjoyable throwback to the sort of SoundCloud era. I'm kind of sitting maybe like a 7, 6.5 to a 7, potentially. Definitely, probably a couple misses for me. But quite reminiscent of the old SoundCloud era. I liked the production quite a lot. And the melodies were hit or miss on some of them. But there were a couple of really sort of shining tracks that I think we really got that sort of old Uzi sound. So I'm really hoping, I don't think there's not much that's going to be, that original sort of Love is Rage and, Money Longer and all that sort of stuff. But this is getting quite close. I would personally love it if that SoundCloud era could come back. I don't think it's ever going to come back. We're never going to get 2016 again. Me personally, I was in 2016, I was in like year 9 or 10. So in Australia, that's 14, 15, 16, pretty much through the whole sort of SoundCloud era. So that really shaped me. I love that, going to school every day, be like, oh, Uzi dropped, or X dropped, or, Lil Peep dropped, whatever it was. Awesome time to be a teenager. listening to hip hop music. So hoping we can kind of get to that sort of era of music again. That'd be awesome if they could, like he's kind of done on this EP, he's dabbled a little bit in sort of those older roots. So I'm pretty happy with that. In terms of what I've added to my playlist, I'm going to go ahead and say the songs that I've added to my playlist there: Maverick Intro, 223, Yoko, Say It Was. The British accent on London, maybe a little bit too much for me. It was funny. I liked the effort. It was quite funny. But I'm going to sit with a 6.5 to a 7. I know in my last reaction, the Two Hollis video, I also gave sort of an in-between kind of number. And I'm doing the same thing here. But, especially on first listens, it's hard to sort of give like a real sort of like, this is the rating. You know what I mean? So I'll let it sort of stew, re-listen to some of those tracks on my playlist. But happy with sort of the vibes of this one. Very cool to see the old Uzi there. So this is my second reaction video. Hope you guys enjoyed. As I said in the last video, please drop your comments, any recommendations, anything at all, honestly, even outside of rap. My main sort of genres that I like are hip-hop, metal, I like new metal, and sort of grunge, stuff like that, pop punk, and then outside of rock and stuff, I like K-pop quite a lot as well. Gradually sort of getting into some pop and alternative, but I'm pretty open, so any suggestions at all that you've got, I will do them. But even if there's no suggestions, just drop anything. I really just want to chat with people about music. It's what I'm really passionate about. So I appreciate you for sticking around this long, and take care.